I had to do this video because the NBA is ridiculous. What does Kevin Durant owe Michael Rapaport an apology for? Can somebody explain that to me? Michael Rapaport, number one, Michael Rapaport, if you don't know, is this G-list comedian who was in a John Singleton movie in the 90s called Higher Learning, where he played a like Nazi white supremacist, basically killed Tyra Banks in the movie, blah blah blah, shot up the school, white boy school shooter stuff. And like ever since then, and because you were a little Italian who grew up in New York in the 80s and 90s, you think that you have some right to hip hop, and he knows all the OGs of the 80s and the 90s, and because you have some albums and donate some money, he thinks he has some clout in the culture. Because stupidly, as usual, black people, we tend to have this imaginary cookout thing where anytime a white person like says a rap lyric or dates a black woman, you think that all of a sudden they're not a white supremacist, and you think that they're valid and they're like an honorary black person. And yet time and time again, this cookout notion, these people always end up showing that they are racist. And Michael Rapaport, let's not talk about all the times that Michael Rapaport has talked about black women. And what did he made comments about somebody from the Real Housewives show, where he stated that about her horse weave, her horse hair. Like, you're a white man talking about a black woman weave. Like, what the hell is that? But he wasn't canceled for that. Why? Because he has a black wife. Mind you, Michael Rapaport has like a case of like stalking a woman. But hey, that has nothing to do with this, right? Let's not throw stones at the little bitch. But anyways, going back to Kevin Durant, the nature, I don't know what sparked this. Basically, I'll look that up later. But basically, Kevin Durant pressed Michael Rapaport. I find it funny how Michael Rappaport's in the messages saying all this stuff about go help the kids in Brownsville. Like, it's always convenient how people bring up children. Kind of like with the little Nas X thing. Like, all of a sudden you care about your children when they were dancing to WAP on TikTok, but now you're worried about. Anyways, help the kids in Brownsville, which to me, coming from a white man like him, that sounds like some thinly coded dog whistle racist type of thing. Like, go help those poor black kids since you're here. Why don't you do that, Michael Rapaport? You love, right? You love hip hop so much. They love hip hop. You love the albums, but I guarantee you, what has Michael Rapaport ever actually done for the black community or a black community in New York City? All these years he's lived here. I bet you he's done some stuff for his people, though. But what has he ever done for a hood? Besides be in movies with black people and marry black people and talk with the black accent and, try to copy the mannerisms of a black man. But anyways, and like I said, it's like I said, it's just funny, they're going back and forth. Katie saying some stuff, which was considered misogynistic, homophobic, whatever nistic phobia words that are used these days to describe everything, anti this, anti that. Ugh, ridiculousness. But all of a sudden, it's a big deal because he was cursing at him. It's always a big deal, with Kevin Durant. This is another thing, Kevin Durant compared to LeBron James, because I guarantee you, if this was LeBron James who said this, he would have been praised and whatever called a hero or whatever nonsense they try to associate with him. Fake political crap. I don't care. It's another thing. But Kevin Durant is the public enemy number one since he went to Golden State 5 years ago. And I find it funny how people call him soft when you attack his character. It's funny, you could call someone soft, a snake, say they're not a trustworthy person. Every single day you can say that. But when when they respond to the couple of people who say that, they're the ones who can't handle it. He's out here living his life. He got his championships. He left because of that. But then, oh no, then, another super team ended up happening. It's unfortunate with Kevin Durant. You can't win with these people. And now he's getting fined $50,000 by the NBA. The so-called progressive NBA. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a joke. They did all that Black Lives Matter pandering, uncomfortable pandering, which didn't do a damn thing. Dude sat out a game. Ooh, whatever. And yet here you are. You're good. You're basically taking the Karen side. Look at that. What was the point of doing all that stuff in the NBA? But yet here you are. You're gonna take the Karen side, talking about threatening messages. Kevin Durant is literally like after LeBron James. Well, maybe not in terms of image wise, but look, top five image wise players in the game. Like, he's one of your stars, your global superstars of your league. And this is how you treat him. This is where I kind of understand a lot of Kevin Durant's anger, because it's like he's always being treated like a second class citizen. I remember that was an issue he had, even going back. Like that was always an issue that he's had, where he's just, I guess it's just his personality. I don't know what it is about his personality. I think he's a very real person, but for whatever reason, people just always want to treat him like a second class citizen, whether it's with Russell Westbrook or with Steph Curry, the Warriors, just the media with him and LeBron James. LeBron is the darling. KD was the darling, but it seems like whenever you do something that seems to threaten LeBron James' legacy in any type of way, you're the new enemy. Just like Steph Curry was beloved, and now he's kind of hated. Not really, but especially after that 3-1 lead and then KD came, it was a whole lot. But like I was saying, I don't think it's right that the NBA fined him at all, because like I said, I don't think LeBron James would have been fined. And I think Michael Rapaport is a coward, snitch, Karen. Y'all love to cancel people over stuff they said 30 years ago. You like to pretend, like, because nobody ever does it anyways. We like to pretend you're gonna cancel companies for commercials. Like, y'all still using Dove though, right? And H&M, people still shop there. I've definitely seen like the same type of people who claimed they would have canceled it still shop there. Gucci, remember that? T.I. got his own issues right now, but so I'm not gonna shit on him. Definitely not. But I'm just saying, y'all never consistent with all those things. But this is someone who needs to be canceled. But the funny thing is that when I tried to bring awareness to people like Michael Rapaport and Eminem, who have recorded, like, decorated histories of attacking black people verbally, or being racist, or making bigoted comments and behavior toward black people, I'm always like it's like, I don't know, it's like y'all have this thing where y'all always want to have your sacred white person that's cool, instead of, which is fine, let's be realistic. No, not every single white person in the world is racist, of course not. But yeah, I feel like a lot of y'all are just not realistic, where y'all just to the point where it's like, look, man, on some level, a lot of white people have a lot of prejudice, and maybe it's not intentional, and maybe it's not malicious, but it's there. And I feel like pretending that it's not there just because you like them, it's very counterproductive and doesn't do anything. So y'all just need the whole cookout thing. I feel like, because that's my thing. I feel like the whole cookout thing, especially, you could have them at the cookout, but there needs to be better parameters besides dating a black woman, being a fan of rap music, or being a fan of black music, or wearing aesthetics of the culture. Like, because that's not really liking black people. You don't need to do the white people who truly like black people, they don't do that because it's insulting and pandering. They don't need to do that. That's the problem. Y'all like to invite the people who do the pandering stuff that only appeals to surface level. Like, you only those are the white people you invite to the cookouts, like the Michael Rappaports, who've never actually done anything besides entertainment wise. So With that being said, yeah, like I said, Michael. So, like I said, he's Michael Rapaport is someone who should be canceled. He shouldn't be invited to no cookout. None of that. I don't support any of that. Like, on top of that, he has a history, and now it's like, dude, like I said, because it's like you want to have the black saint, you want to do this and that, and yet the first time when a real G, when a real whatever, not even a real G, screw all that. When a black man checks you, because I'm not gonna feed into stereotypes, whatever. When you get checked by a black man, the first thing you do is post, screenshot it like a weak ass. I was gonna say something, whatever. Like you're gonna screenshot it like a coward, and then post it. And now you want to, I didn't know that was gonna happen. You see, see, there he goes. Like this is a clear cut example of a white man using his privilege. Michael Rapaport literally used the Karen technique of the the angry, aggressive black man is attacking me. You think he didn't know he was? I'm gonna post this because Kevin Durant is already an easy target because he's always going after people on social media. So here I am, I'm Michael Rapaport, and because like I said, there's all you little weird gatekeepers who think white people who know rap lyrics are cool. So he has that side defending him, the KD fans who and people who hate him already. Him being a white man weaponized all of that, and now Kevin Durant's fined $50,000. It's nothing, then it's something. And like I said, the NBA claims to be so progressive, and yet you basically took this dude, this coward side, and now he's capping with his videos, or his face is always like this, the long ass chin. I'm tired of that, man. Like I said, there's like no standard. That's basically what I'm saying. There's no standard for this cookout stuff, and that's why it keeps on happening. Wasn't Bill Clinton the part of the cookout? Wasn't like whoever. I can't think of them right now because I don't subscribe to that. Eminem seems to still be at the cookout. Wasn't Gen Z trying to cancel him? Like that's what I said. It's funny. Y'all just don't care. Y'all want to pick and choose, but then and then when other stuff happens, it's like people are never consistent with anything. But that's my 2 cents on it. Kevin Durant doesn't. He didn't owe an apology. He should have never. He's been the one who's been attacked every single day, having his character, his manhood being questioned to the point where his mother has to go and check journalists like Stephen A. Smith because it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I always felt the criticism towards Kevin Durant was too much. When LeBron James went to Miami, created a super team in the Eastern Conference, like, like nobody cared when Derrick Rose was by himself, or when Paul George's best player was Roy Hibbert, or maybe best David West going against LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh. That wasn't a problem, but it's a problem because KD went to Golden State. And then, like I said, and then the entire season he was there the first time. All they said was that the Cavs are gonna win. Everyone forgets that. Everyone said the Cavs are gonna win. And then when they got smoked in the finals, it's a different story. But like I said, that's another thing. Michael Rapaport is a snitch. I don't like him. I would hope he would get canceled, but honestly, people say they're gonna do one thing and watch he'll be back on ESPN with Shannon Sharp minstrel show as and same old cycle. But that's my 2 cents. So.